Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing this orange and green bright set. So I have already prepped and primed my niece's nails. Applied tips, which are Glitter Planets pre-pinched stilettos, and I'm just going in now and applying a clear base onto her nail bed, which is good for filing batter. So also stops your client's nails getting stained, or when you're using a craft knife like I do later, it stops you doing any kind of damage to that nail bed, which you shouldn't do anyway if you're careful, but it does give that little bit of protection. So like I said, I'm doing my niece and on another video, if you've watched that, you'll know she just constantly wants to look at her nails and see what you're doing, and moves and fidgeties. So I've got death grip on her, as you can tell. I'm like, Demi, stop it. So I'm doing a marble on this now. So I did Cutout first, and then I'm just going in with wet beads of the colours I'm using, which are Fantasy for the nail bed, Lime Splash, Vegas Lights and Heatwave. So I'm doing wet beads of them and swirling them in with the tip of my brush. So I'm just going in now and just adding some more beads where I think it needs it. Just try to not bulk your nails up too much, but if it don't look right, you've got to go in and add a bit more of whatever colours you think it needs. So I'm doing a cutout here, so I've got that Vegas Lights, and I'm just getting that neat near that cuticle, and then I'm gonna do a really short smile line here, so it was really difficult. So I do go in and use my craft knife in a minute. But you should have seen her face when I pulled this craft knife out. She was like, "You're not putting that near my bleeding finger." And it did take a while to talk her into letting me anywhere near her, but I did in the end. I got my own way. But I'm just trying to get that into the sort of the shape that I want, and then I'm just going to go in with craft knife and make that nice and sharp. So yeah, she was like holding her breath by this stage, and sweat were pouring off of her head and lot. I swear to God, it were hilarious. I wish I could let you hear the actual talking through this video, but I'd probably get chucked off of YouTube. So I'll have to just tell you what she was like. But yeah, she wasn't very comfortable with me doing this. But she, like I said, I'll let you keep your finger. What more do you want? So this is an ombre, so I'm going in with Vegas Lights at the bottom and just pulling that down, so that's fully covered. And then I'm going to add another bead on that line and pull that up. Then I'm going in with Heatwave and blending that down, so get that neat around that cuticle and then just pull that down. This one is full Lime Splash, so again, getting that neat around that cuticle and pulling that down that sides. And then I just use my brush to pull that down. Add another bead and pull that down. And then finally I do add another bead on the top just to make sure that it's all nicely covered and there's no patches or anything else, and just tidy that up. So I hadn't done a thumb for so long. it just feels so weird. And big does this thumb to I need to start doing more thumbs, I think. So anyway, this is a cutout. So I've applied that bead. This is Fantasy from CJP, and I'm getting that cuticle area, not the cuticle, just before the cuticle, flush to that nail, so that when I put my cuticle bead on, there's no lines or shadows. And then I'm just using my brush to get that into the shape I want. Make sure both sides are equal. And then I'm just putting that cuticle bead in and pulling that up over that nail and blending that all together. And then I will let this set and come back and file this in a little bit. So we're just adding a bit of silver to these nails. So my niece is one of those that she don't like glitter that's not in a straight line. She don't like bits all over her nails, if that makes sense. So you'll see me try to push all the glitter into a nice straight line. As you can see, pointing out there's like 3 little pieces of glitter, and she's like, can you move them? So I'm going to do that, make sure there's no that's going to annoy her. So I just did that in a swoop down that nail. So I'm just going to file these just so they're a bit straighter, but it doesn't really matter on this set because I'm going to go in and do lines over all these joins anyway. But just get into the routine of doing that and making sure it's neat anyway. So I'm just going in with lime splash there, and this is coming across that nail. Try to keep that line as straight as I can using my brush. Oh, she's really bad. She's like all the time, like, just leave me alone, let me get on with me what I'm doing. I will fill any little gaps in or dints, don't worry about it. So I'm just making sure that's covered. Do you know, if I start on a whinge me, I just go on and forget all about talking about what I'm doing on nails. And then this one is heatwave, so I'm just putting that in to fill that last little gap. So I'm putting that up to them. Like an odd bit there, so that had to be taken out. And she's like, yeah, there's a dent. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna sort it, give me a minute. So yeah, I sorted the little dent out, make sure it's all nice. Back to this thumb, so I'm just going to file this and make it a bit sharper. Dust that off, check it, and then I'm going in with Vegas lights again. So when you're doing these smile lines, make sure you push that product right up into them corners. Otherwise it's going to look odd. Do the same on this side. to completely cover this nail in Vegas Lights. So as you can see, I didn't get far enough into that corner, so I've just added another small bead there. Just tidy that round. So I'm just adding a bit more silver onto this nail. So that I am putting a lot on here because she just wanted a little bit, so just a little sprinkle. Cap it in. So I've applied that bead there, that cuticle, tucked that in, swipe down both sides, and that nail done, to be honest. And then just pat it into shape. And I did the same with the rest of the nails. Filing routine is side walls, cuticle. If there were a free edge, I'd have done that before cuticle. And then I like to come down that centre and then move on to the sides. And then just do the complete nail. So have a look. So I wanted to do underneath. And then just refine it again so that looks good. So I'm now gonna add some lines. So I'm just taking some white gel polish onto some backing paper and a thin detailing brush, and I'm just gonna line these. And line around these smile lights, and then I will cure this in my LED light for a minute, and I will be right back. So I added a bit of stamping to these, so I'll just show you putting this little one on. It's just so that you know that I actually did do that. And now for top coats, I have top coated both hands for you because I know how much people love top coat. So I will shut up for 2 seconds. So when I've cured these, when I've top coated these, I have cured these in the lamp for a minute in my LED, and I will leave you with the finished results. I hope you like this video, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.